The Chiajna Monastery lies on the western outskirts of Bucharest, Romania. While the claims of hauntings are yet to be proven, the assertion that the Chiajna Monastery is cursed is demonstrable when looking at the history of the building. Constructed in the late 1700s, the Chiajna Monastery was a massive undertaking for the period, with its height nearing 60 feet, a length of 142 feet, and walls from 3 to 6 foot thick. The level of strength and security that the monastery was supposed to provide for its faithful congregation was also the catalyst for the monastery's downfall. Given the fortress-like appearance of the Chiajna Monastery, the Ottoman Turks mistook the house of worship for a military building and besieged the monastery before the building and grounds were properly consecrated. Sadly for history buffs, the Ottoman Turks destroyed all the documents contained within the monastery. After the chaos of the Ottoman Turks, the faithful Romanians began to try and restore the monastery. However, their troubles were not over. Shortly after the Chiajna Monastery was rebuilt after being attacked by the Ottoman Turks, death was again coming for the cursed monastery. This time, death came in the form of plague. Prince Caragia came from Constantinople to rule over Wallachia in late 1812, and shortly after his arrival, cases of bubonic plague, or the Black Death, began popping up. Come June of 1813, over 100,000 people countrywide had succumbed to the plague, and around 300 people per day were dying in the capital of Bucharest. With the daily sense of dread that was felt among the Romanian population, the restoration efforts of the Chiajna Monastery came to a halt. At this point, all hope was lost, and construction on the Chiajna Monastery never resumed. The mystery surrounding the Chiajna Monastery doesn't end with plagues and invaders. This is where it begins. Around the time of the official abandonment of the Chiajna Monastery, the monastery's bell was thrown into the Dambrovita River. Locals claim that they can hear the bell's toll on nights when the moon is full, and on the feast day of the Chiajna Monastery's patron saint, John Jacob the Hosevit. The fires caused by the Ottoman Turks and the subsequent deterioration of the Chiajna Monastery have formed into an auspicious sign that is often referred to as the Romanian Sphinx. Located on the middle of the right wall, just inside the entrance of the monastery, plaster has become detached and formed in the shape of the Romanian Sphinx. This is called the Romanian Sphinx because of its uncanny resemblance to the Sphinx in Egypt, while others claim that this figure is that of an angel or the Lady of Chiajna. Modern-day mysteries of the Chiajna Monastery are the numerous disappearances from the surrounding Guleshti neighborhood, murders on the monastery grounds, and living shadows. When walking in the Guleshti neighborhood, especially at the cemetery gates, the Chiajna Monastery can be seen looming over the neighborhood. It's almost as if the monastery is exerting a supernatural force or draw upon residents and visitors of the area. Many people report massive dynamic shadows on the wall of the monastery. These shadows move independently of anything between the monastery and the sunlight. There are 2 recorded unsolved murders that took place on the Chiajna Monastery grounds around 1990 that are rumored to be the result of paranormal forces that rule over the cursed monastery. Ultimately, the Chiajna Monastery is a place of significant mystery and legend. While it may be hard to prove the paranormal claims, it is hard to dispute the claims of this being a cursed monastery. Given the history of the Chiajna Monastery, it is one of the more bizarre cases that I've explored in Romania, and it's worth a visit if you're ever near Bucharest. Just go during normal operating hours, lest you become the next case of paranormal murder or disappearance while on the grounds of the cursed Chiajna Monastery. Thank you for listening, and if you like this video, please subscribe if you'd like to see more like it, and hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Thank you.